foreign policy and national security play a greater role in the 2016 presidential election than they have at any time since the 2004 campaign. These issues have risen to the forefront of the American electorate's consciousness because of terrorism. And the conversation that we're having today, and frankly the conversation that so badly needs to take place in this election season, is not simply about these public tragedies, but what can be done to prevent them.
I think we need to reframe our way of looking at the extremist threat, because we're living in a kind of volatile and scary environment. Democracy is not clean and it's not pretty all the time, but it allows people then to think about the issues in their own way, and then we'll have a result. So I think from an international perspective, you know, this moment, our election, is an incredibly rich time to think about what it means to be an American and what free speech means.
When I step back and look at myself, when I was in my 20s, and we were talking about presidential elections, and I wasn't even involved in it so much mentally, but you know something, I see that's been a major impact. And public diplomacy is the most important field you could possibly even imagine on a world basis. Being an ambassador out there, talking to people, makes a big difference. It really does. When you travel in the world, you might be meeting someone from Iraq or Afghanistan or whatever. Person to person makes a big difference.
How are we engaging foreign publics, and what's their reaction? It's done through the media, it's done through social media, and it's certainly done in the programs that are very important to this country, which are exchange programs.
These long-term efforts to build awareness and understanding just have extraordinary benefit, as so many of you in the room know. My daughter attended college overseas, and having returned home comes with an entirely different perspective simply from that benefit. We don't have the ability in the next 10 months to lay the kind of groundwork that Bill correctly points out is the key to international understanding.
During the Kuwait War, in every taxi, in every window, in every shop, there was a little small American flag no matter where you went. And that was very heartwarming. And so what we need to remember and carry forward is we need to get back to that sort of thing, where people love America again, and more importantly, that they understand us.
Public diplomacy is kind of a funny thing, you know, and people don't understand it. They really don't.
Dwight Eisenhower once said, if you can't solve a problem, a very specific problem of correcting a misunderstanding, if you can't solve a problem, make it bigger. Let's take a step back and look at it from a bigger and broader context.